Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Rebels will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Northern Illinois' offense will come out first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Tackle was made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So UNLV's offense will take the field for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative.
Breaks into the open. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He wants it all. Touchdown, Rebels. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Northern Illinois right back to the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll try to sneak it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
You don't even see quarterbacks under center very often, but when you do, and it's short yardage, you kind of know what's coming, but it didn't matter. Quarterback does a great job. Find some space, keep those feet moving, just fall forward, get that yardage, and he gets the big first down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. There he goes. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Late hit. The ball up 15 yards.
Okay, ready?
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
Easy.
Wants to throw again. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Takes the easy one to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take a check down. Complete to the left. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Northern Illinois right back to the line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Touchdown! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Here we go. Set.
They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Makes the grab. He's going to 35. Flying down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rebels!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really even.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. He'll pull it down and run. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. From the gun, to give, looking for room. On his feet at the 40. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Rebels have moved it inside the 20. Off the play fake on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Sweet cut there. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Rebels. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by 11 over Oklahoma. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up the first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Northern Illinois right back to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another.
Picked off. What a way to set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Snaps it in the shotgun. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Vegas! Quick strike through the air for the score. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down.
42, Spider. 4-2.
Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Northern Illinois right back to the line. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Catch in the middle, it's Roberts. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Rebels offense is back on the field. They've been outstanding here in this 1st half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great 1st half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum.
Here we go, here we go.
The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
It's complete to the left. And they swarm him under. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll just throw it away and it'll be fourth down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Spins away. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like you've got a great scene there today in DeKalb. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Husky Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Rebels are facing third and inches. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Turning it on. Oh, what a cut. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, UNLV. Quick strike through the air for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case this is the game of the week in the Big 12. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the little apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Arizona State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll start this drive going to the air. That is man all by himself. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. And that one's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And this setter down gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. back to pass. This time he's got it.
That's a good job by the dragger out there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Grabbed over the middle. It's Roberts. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And here comes the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20.
Ready.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's the heat. They get to him as he throws. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period.
Set, ready. Ready, go.
Wants to go up top on first down. Buys a little extra time. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure coming. He's got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now on 2nd and goal.
Banner.
Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Rebels. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this always always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success.
Breaks into the open. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the ready.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Green 25.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Picks up the 1st down. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. He's going to let it go. He's got it on the left. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they had to light the scoreboard up because the opposing offense came to play, their offense got it done. And as a result, they stay undefeated.
Here he comes with the return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, It's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but
Makes the grab on the big throw. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop and the clock strikes zero, and that will do it for this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes